Hello, welcome to this your channel of the better Eurofan, that's me. Now it's the turn of the host country on the edition, and I'm talking about Spain, which is consolidating year after year in the Junior contest. And it is because it was very close to reach the glory in last year's contest with the fun and traveling proposal presented by Sandra Valero, having placed in a much well-deserved second place just behind France, who ended up winning the edition as we already know. However, despite the back-to-back victory of the Gallic country, the organization of the Olympic Games during last summer made them decline the hosting of another edition of the Junior contest in French soil, which would lead to give the right of first refusal to Spain after being the runner-up, and that it will gladly accept, being the first time that Junior Eurovision is held in the Iberian country, 20 years after its victory in the edition held on Lillehammer, Norway, and being the first Eurovision event to take place in Spanish soil after hosting Eurovision 55 years ago. Now we will see who will be the child artist that will be in charge of waving the Spanish colors on home soil. Let's go! For today's episode, I'm going to review the Spanish entry for Junior Eurovision 2024, which will be represented by singer Chloe DelaRosa with the song Como La Lola, which in English translates as Like Lola. And it is because she wants to dedicate this song to the artist she considers to be the greatest, to the Queen of Hearts, making sure that it is known in all over Europe. Don't you know who is she talking about? No worries, as we are going to check it out in this review. We start as usual by taking a look to her biography and career before living her Eurovision experience firsthand. Chloe is 9 years old, coming from the city of Mérida and currently living in the town of Guareña in western Spain. She gets involved with music since she was 3 years old thanks to her father, the Spanish singer, songwriter and producer David de la Rosa, which always encouraged her to get out on the stage and dance with him in his concerts, showing us self-confidence and talent in a very natural way, and he is also the main promoter of her musical career as a child artist. Although I'm going to make an aside here, and it is because she defines herself as a cantista or singers, which will be a combination of the words singer and artist. It is evident that she is very clear on what she wants to be when she becomes an adult. Curiously, the restrictions due to the lockdown by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 will support a turning point in the artistic development of Chloe. By that time, she will start to record and upload videos in her personal YouTube channel, sometimes together with her two brothers and sometimes just herself. Most of those videos will feature educational and fun topics, told from her particular way to be and express herself, together with a doll which is called Marisol, which is also with her in all her concerts and performances. But she also has taken advantage to showcase her musical facet by covering songs from many artists of the Spanish musical scene, and the repercussion of her performances were that high that even these have been shared in social media by the original artists themselves, like the Spanish singers Dani Martin, Rosario Flores or Alejandro Sanz, or the international artists Carlos Vives and Marc Anthony. If it was not enough, she also has been doing appearances in television, being recurring in many shows of two regional public broadcasters by participating in several magazines and special reports. Musically speaking, Chloe's main musical genre is flamenco. In fact, she usually mentions Marisol, Rosario Flores, and especially to Lola Flores among her favorite artists. There is a coincidence, by the way, that all of them have surnames referred to flowers. Since 2022, she starts to release her own songs with compositions done by her father David, with which she will start to make her way as a child artist by performing in several musical festivals throughout Spain. At this pace, it will be the matter of time to her to release her debut studio album. Having revealed a little more of her, let's see now how is that she ends up becoming the representative for the Junior contest to be held for the very first time in Spain. Given the strategy of recent years, the Spanish public broadcast broadcaster will keep opting for an internal selection for both the artist and the song that will represent the country, having the advantage this time to play it in home soil. Shortly after the senior edition in last mid-May, there will be an open call for the child artists who wanted to participate in the process, closing it by early last July. By the deadline, it was known that the broadcaster received a total of 290 applications, becoming the most successful to date, and especially taking into account that the competition will be held this year in Madrid. Then an extra panel will be in charge of selecting the 16 child artists that will participate in the live auditions phase in the studios of the broadcaster by last mid-July, being Chloe among those finalists as well. In those auditions, each finalist will perform 2 songs to be evaluated by an internal committee appointed by the broadcaster. Shortly after these auditions, the broadcaster will announce during a press conference the selection of Chloe as the Spanish representative and also being the host of the Junior contest this year in the Spanish capital. After the official announcement, the broadcaster will start to work on selecting the right song for Chloe by opening a second submission period for Spanish songwriters who wanted to send their proposals. Weeks will go by without knowing any detail about the possible entry to be performed by Chloe until it was officially announced during a press conference organized by the broadcaster earlier this month by releasing the song together with its accompanying official music video. It is a declaration of intent, and it is because she has very clear what she wants to be. Let's discover a little more about this singular proposal with which Chloe will get out on the stage in home soil. Very opposite to what it was expected initially, the melody in this case is a modern pop track with the influences of flamenco. In fact, it is like a mashup of the songs Antes Muerta que Sencilla by Maria Isabel, because it's totally reminiscent, and Shake It Up by Taylor Swift, having a change of key in the last chorus. About Chloe's voice, this is precisely what makes me dubious, because she's declaiming more than singing throughout the track. It is true that Antes Muerta que Sencilla, going on with the comparison again, has declaim parts as well, but I consider that declamation and singing are evenly split compared to this one. I'm not saying that it is wrong or something, but it makes me wonder if a song that is more declaimed than sang could work. The lyrics have been written in Spanish with a few phrases in English by Chloe herself together with a trio of songwriters, which turns out that are exactly the same ones who composed the Spanish entry for the last edition performed by Sandra Valero, as we already know. Taking into account the big success of Love You in this, it was clear that the trio will be a guarantee of a promising and outstanding entry. Talking about the context behind the lyrics, it gets immersed in Chloe's imaginary, talking through her passion to music since very early age to what she wants to be when she becomes an adult. In fact, it is pretty evident and simple to discover by reading the lyrics more in detail, previously translated, of course, citing to many artists admired by her as well. The American superstar Taylor Swift, the Colombian urban singer Karol G, the Spanish singer Rosalía, as dressed as Motomami, of course, making reference to her latest studio album, the American singer Olivia Rodrigo, the Colombian singer Shakira, but above all the Spanish singer Lola Flores, as one of the greatest exponents of Spanish flamenco and folk, which is also addressed in the song's title. The message transmitted is quite simple. At first, strings can be very tiny, but if you put all of energy in them, this will be bigger in the meantime, to the point that if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish them and be whatever you want to be. Having a track that is bursting out fun and happiness, it was expected that the official music video will not be the section, so let's analyze it more in detail. The plot begins with a paper plane flying into the school where are Chloe and her classmates. On that plane arrives where Chloe is, and immediately after she throws it back to another side. Keeping the shot from the classroom, Chloe starts to perform the first verse while her classmates are doing their homework together in the same table, until she is seen together with her classmates focused from inside the locker, then grabbing on a karaoke microphone, as well as with the girls walking in circles and dancing in the classroom while Chloe is at the top of the desk. In another shot, both the classmates and Chloe strike poses in the wall of one of the corridors in the school, each one showcasing their particular personality, which is also seen when they are projected from inside the locker. With the first chorus, the locker moves aside to let us see Chloe and her classmates doing a funny choreography, which is also replicated in another shot with much more children like in the flash mob in the same corridor of the school. By the second verse, in addition to the shot previously seen, there are additional ones that come after very quickly, with Chloe wearing a dress with a flower pattern, standing in front of a flower ring and with an intense spotlight behind her. From a stand with a lot of flowers with different varieties and colors, it is very clear that flowers are the main topic here, which make a wing both the song and the slogan and graphic design of the Junior contest. Out of all of them, it stares towards a house during another funny choreography. The scene changes again with the second chorus being at nighttime, and now both Chloe and her classmates are in the corner of a string wearing more casual outfits, while they are still doing the funny choreography, often alternated with other shots with her classmates are riding scooters around her using a karting car. I have to say that what it gets most of the attention here are the leg glasses worn by Chloe, which looks very well on her and gives that funny touch to the performance. With the bridge, the scene changes one more time where Chloe, her classmates, and the rest of the children from the school are dancing and enjoying in what it seems like the school courtyard, until shortly before the last chorus, the succession of all the previous shots is much faster, in line with the song's rhythm, giving that hectic character. The final chorus combines initially a succession of all the shots previously seen, although there is a remarkable moment in which both Chloe and her classmates are riding the karting car and the scooters respectively, passing through a place where there is a puzzle with Lola Flores at the wall, precisely making a wink and a homage to the most admired person by Chloe. The short succession continues until the music video finishes with a close-up on her doing the typical pose of a flamenco dancer with much self-confidence, thus finishing the performance. Making a summary of the comments, the Spanish entry for this year is fantastic and very appropriate for a host. Personally, I like very much this proposal, which follows the trend of childish proposals that Spain has been presenting in these recent years. I think that is very fun and powerful, besides the fact that Chloe has everything needed to conquer the audience with that boundless self-confidence and charisma. Could she be capable of achieving the second victory for Spain 20 years after Maria Isabel? Chances are pretty high, but there is nothing written in stone yet. For the staging in Madrid, I can imagine that she will recreate the same dynamic and funny aesthetic like in the music video, probably join with the same group of girl dancers that were with her, or maybe with a different group of girl dancers. There is also expectation about the outfit she will wear, if she will be using the ones so many she wore during the music video, or if she will give a surprise with something different and original, although she has said many times that she wants a dress with moles in black and red, so we will see. Aside from all these aspects and regardless of the result, I'm sure that Chloe will be defending her proposal very well on the stage, fascinating both children and adults, and leaving us an unforgettable performance with a noticeable Spanish accent. This has been the Spanish proposal for this year at the Junior contest. What do you think? Do you like it? Are you excited about it, or it does not have convinced you at all? Whatever is your opinion, leave it here in the comments down below. I'm sure there is going to be a quite interesting discussion. And this is it for today's episode. Don't forget to like this video if it has been of your taste, then you can help me to spread it among more people. And subscribe to my channel as well to be aware of the upcoming episodes, enable notifications by the bell, and follow me through my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.